Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is the 17th video of a playlist for cloning a Disney Plus website using MERN stack. In this video we are going to make the admin page. So I don't really know how exactly the admin page inside of the Disney Plus, but here I already have inside of my GitHub I already have my starter admin dashboard. So go to your sidebar and then make a new folder here, folder here called admin, and then open up your terminal. I'm going to make a new one here, not the split one. And for the for the command it's going to be git clone, and then here I already prepare for you the GitHub project. I will give the link in the description. I will copy the HTTPS and then paste it here. And since we want to clone it inside of this admin folder, I will just make it dot slash. Enter. Wait a second. Oh, it is not dot slash. It should be dot. Fatal destination dot. That dot already exists and it's not an empty directory. So it was because we are not already inside of the admin. And then enter. Let's run the command again here. Cloning into dots. Let's see here instead of here. And after the cloning is done, you can CLS and then yarn to install all of the dependency that I already prepared for you inside of this package.json. There are already some of the packets, like for example Syncfusion for making the layout, Axios to get data from the API, Firebase to store our data, to store our image and video, Recruiter Jump to make root system inside of our admin, and then Recharge to make a chart inside of our admin page. Just enter and yarn, and it will automatically install all of this dependency for you. It might be took a little bit longer than usual because this was quite a lot of the dependency that we have to install. I will back when the installation is done. After the installation is done, and finally, now we can go to the source, and in here we can delete some of this file, like for example the app test, logo, report web vital, and then setup test.js. We don't need this file. After we delete it, don't forget to also delete the report web vital inside of the index.js. Save and then go to the app.js here. And also we don't want to add this app logo.spg, and also we are going to delete this header. Save. After we delete that, we can go to the app.css. Not in here, I'm going to go app.css inside of the admin. And then after that, here I'm going to delete all of this. I'm going to delete all of this and then import new CDN Syncfusion, and I'm going to give the style to the sidebar. We will make it later, but first let's just add the CSS for it. So shadow is RGB and 113, 113, 122, 131 slash 11%, and then 0 pixel, 7 pixel, 30 pixel, 0 pixel. Save. Now let's go to the nav item, dot nav bar, then z index. For the z index is going to be 1000, and then below that we are going to have media screen, and For the max width is going to be, if the screen size is for 800 and below and smaller, so it will give sidebar equal to z index. Z index is going to be, I don't know for this, but this going to be how much is the zero? It is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. We have 7 0. After that we will have, and below here we will have WebKit is scroll bar, and then width is 6 pixel. After that we will have minus WebKit scroll bar is thumb, is going to have background color is equal to RGB, and then 216, 216, and 216. After that, it's going to have border radius equal to 40 pixel. After the thumb, we got the WebKit scroll bar track, and then background color is transparent. Save. And now let's go back to the app.js here. So instead of here, we are going to have instead of here, we are going to import the browser router. Below of this insert import app.css, we are going to import browser router, and then we are going to have, and then we are going to import roots, and then roots from React router dump. Save. I'm going to put the browser router inside of this app, and here I'm going to make a new tag, and that tag is going to be a browser router. Inside of this browser router, we are going to have first roots, and this root is going to have root inside of here. And remember, for the root tag is self-closing tag. And also, if you are using React Router down version 5, it's this roots tags is a switch tag in the React Router down version 5. But if you are using the version 6, the switch tag is already replaced with this roots tag. So don't worry, the first one is switch and the second one is roots, but for the function is the same. And then for the root, the first root we are going to have is the login. So element is equal to the user is not login. So if the user is login, if the user is not logged in, so it will give us home, but if the user is not logged in, it will give us login. And also we have to import it in the source and then make a new folder called page inside of this page. And what page we are going to have is, for the first one is going to be home.jsx, and then login.jsx. After that we will have list. So I'm going to make a new folder here. This is going to be list. Instead of this list, we are going to have list.jsx. list.jsx, and then we will have wait a second. After the list, we will have list details.jsx, and then the last one is going to be create list.jsx. You can just simply copy this list folder and then paste it, change it to movie, and then change it, then copy, paste it again, change it to user. But for this video, I will just make it manually, so then you can follow along me. After the list, we are going to have movie. Instead of this movie, we'll have movies.jsx, movie detail, movie details.jsx, and then create movie.jsx. The last one is going to be users. User, instead of this user, we will have users.jsx. And then we are going to have user details.jsx. We are not going to make the create user, because if someone wants to make a user, they just have to register, and then the user is automatically inserted to the database. Now let's develop all of this, but first, after we creating all of these plates, inside of the page here, I'm going to create new index.jsx, if I'm not wrong here. So instead of here, this index.js is used for gather all of these plates into one file. So for example, you want to import the login. Import login from page/login, like for example like this. The first one, you want to have login, and then you want to have home list. After list, you want to have create list, detail list, and then so on. If you are using method like this, you will have a bunch of line code for importing the page. But if we use this index, we just have, like for example, import, I will put curly brace here, then login from page/index.jsx, or maybe just index. So if you want to import home, you can put it here home. If you want to import list, you can put it in here list. So for the import is more neat and more minimum. We can delete this for now. So instead of here, I'm going to export default as home for the first page from ./home. After the home, we will have the login. After the login, we will have list, or maybe movie first. Whoops, movie. But here we are not ./ because our movie is inside of the movie folder. So in here, movie/movies, and also this should be a movies. Enter, duplicate it 3 more times, and also the second one is going to be movie details, and the last one is going to be create movie. Let's copy it and then paste it 2 more times. The second movie is going to be, wait a second, I'm just going to select the movie, not the movies. So all of this movie is going to change into list. After the list, I'm going to make it as a user. But we don't need this create user because I said it one more time. The user, if anyone wants to make a user, he will just have to register, and then the data of the user will be automatically inserted to the database. After we export all of these pages inside of the index.js, we can import all of this also in here. So import, the first one is maybe the home. Let me see if there's some autocomplete. No, it didn't give us any autocomplete. For the home, import home from, and then dot slash page. We don't have to pass anything in here because we name this file as an index.jsx. So every time this app.jsx want to import this home page, it will go to the page folder, and for the default it will search for index file. So that is why we name it index.jsx. After we import the home, we will import the login, and then the list, the movie, and then movie details, and then create movie. After this, we are going to have list details, and then create list. The last one is going to be users. Wait, it missed the space here. After the users, we have the user details. Control B to hide the sidebar, and also Alt Z. Save. And here we already imported all of the pages that we have. And also in here, I'm going to make a new use state. Use state is come from the use state. And also we need React. I'm going to put it in the top of this. And for the app.css, I will just make it at the bottom. After we make the use state, we will have use snippet here. So for this one, it's going to be user and then true. For now, I will set it to true. After we create the user state and import all of the pages that we need, now it is time for us to make the roots for all of these pages. After we make the first roots here, I'm going to make a new div with a class name is, wait a second. And also we are going to need the Tailwind CSS for this. And here I'm going to open up my terminal again, and then I will copy the npm install -d Tailwind CSS post CSS and then auto prefixer here. I'm going to enter. Wait until it's done installing. After this, we are going to write npx tailwind css init min p. Let's wait for it. npm install min d tailwind.css post css and then auto prefixer. Or maybe you can just copy from the Tailwind and then paste it here. The npm install and then the npx init. You will run it in the same time here, and just need to wait until the installation is done. After the installation is done, we should now getting this tailwind config.js here. And as usually, we are going to copy the tailwind config.js from the tailwind and paste it here. Now we can go back and continue to develop our app.js file. Wait a second, in here, app.js. After the roots, below of these roots, we are going to have div. Wait a second, we are going to have div with a class name equal to flex then relative, and then for the then it's going to be, instead of here we will have wait a second, instead of here we will have another div with a class name equal to fixed right is 4, and then bottom is 4. For the style is going to be that index is equal to satu dua, I mean it will equal to 1000. After we make this div, inside of here we are going to have some if, but this if will have an active menu, but maybe for the sidebar we will make it in the later, because this was quite a lot. And after that, so instead of this div fixed, it should be fixed, and then flex. After this, instead of here we will have a div. Wait a second, it will have a div with a, and instead of here we will have a roots, another roots, and instead of this roots we will have the first one is going to be the first root. Instead of this roots is going to be root path is equal to weight is equal to element, and for the element is going to be home. This home is come from the page. After we have this home, oops, this forgot his fee. After we have the home, we also have our home, but in the home root. After we do this, after we make this home root, we will have the root for movie, new movie, and the movie details. The first one is going to be root. For the path is going to be movies. Here we are going to have the path. Path is equal to /movies, and then for the element is going to be movies, and also for this path I'm going to give it exact. So this home element is which will just show when the path is exact slash. After we have this movies root, we will have movie or the movie details and the new movie. For this one is just going to be movie, and for the new movie is going to be new movie. For the page for the movie is going to be movie details, and for the create movie or the new movie is going to be create movie. After we make these three lists, I can copy and then paste it 2 more times. I will Alt C to make this search is same at our match case. After this movies, so I'm just going to change this one to list. Wait a second, I think I opened something here. List, and then for the movie with a capital M is going to be list. After the list, we have the user, but remember for the user we don't need to create user. So in here I'm going to have the movie, change it to user, and for the movie with capital M, change it to user. Wait, I will Control D to select all the match case, and change it to user. Now we can go to each of this page. I will close all of it except this all of the page. For this and both of this, for all of this, I'm going to give it Rupsi to make the basic structure of the React file. For the login is also like that. For the list is also like that. And also for the list details, and then create list, and then movie, wait, then movie, and the last, and then we have the movie details, save for the create movie, whoops, for the users, for the user details, and that's it. Let's see how it looks, but first we have to run our admin in here. I'm going to split it one more time, and for this one is going to be the admin. So I'm going to cd to admin and then yarn start to start the server. I'm going to go here, and also I forgot here to set the port of this admin. So I will set the port for this admin instead of the .env. So instead of this admin, I will create, instead of this admin folder, I will create .env file. The first one is going to be the port. Port is equal to 400 4,000. And for the dangerously, maybe I will just copy it from my client.env. Here I'm going to copy and then paste it here. Save. Now let's run our server again. Now it will be running in the port of 4,000. As you can see here, my server is already running and already open up. And here we got our localhost 4,000 here. Just need to wait loading. And now we got some error after we run our server here. Model not found error can resolve React client. And where is it? It's in the line 5. Let's go to our app.js, right? Instead of the admin and then src React client. That means instead of our index.js, instead of the admin here, he said it doesn't, it not, he said the React is undefined. Let me see here. So maybe it's supposed to be just React not React client. Let's save and let's see how it looks for now. Save, and here as you can see we got some blank page. But if we inspect it, if we get some error, we get uncount in here. Create root is not a function. Index line 6. Let me see here, cons root. Oh yeah, we are not going to make it like this. it will just going to be root and then react save. And now let's see how it looks in here. It's supposed to be working now, still not. Let's see in the console here, target container. Target container is a not DOM element. So let's make it rectum render, and then below of this we will have document.get element by id, and that's going to be root. Save. Oh no, this was not semicolon, this is going to be just comma, and then save. Let's see. Now we got home and home. I wonder why there is home and home. Let's go to the app.js. app.js. Here, not in here, it's supposed to be app.js inside of the admin. Here we got two home. Oh yeah. So if the user is logged in, it will show home. So it basically, if the user, so we will not making it like this. I will just make it like this. If the user is not logged in, so it will redirect us to the login. And this, we got our blank page. That mean, the white page. That mean our routing and importing page is working. So I think that's it for this video. I hope you will enjoy it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on the bell notification so then you know when I update this series. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.